one. The same thing that Dr. Gabriel Oyibo was talking about.
Right, right.
There's only one thing. And all of us are operating on the circuitry that we call, listen carefully, the hydrogen atom.
Mm.
Once the hydrogen atom is activated within us, there is only the hydrogen atom. Everything else dovetails from that.
Hmm.
So when you come back through the quantum entanglement, you come back to the oneness. And that's the oneness. Remember, the one, when it folded over on itself, created the hydrogen atom. The hydrogen atom is the one. And you talk about Neo, it's
Hmm.
the hydrogen atom.
Hydrogen atom.
Wow.
Man, thanks for the question, David.
Hey, no problem. Appreciate your
All right.
infinite
Great
knowledge, man.
question.
Y'all take care
Peace,
now.
peace,
Take
brother.
care.
All right. Ain't that something, family? Wow. The only question I want to ask, and this brother come and just ask it the same. Oh man, that's
Love
amazing.
it. I
Gotta
love it.
love the spirit world. Let's get to Sean. Sean, what's up? Sean, what's going on, brother? You got a question?
Brother doing the shadow work.
Yeah. Sean, can
Oh, peace, peace, peace. Can everybody hear me?
yeah, I hear you now, Sean. What's happening, brother?
All right, peace. First I want to say, brother Rich, I appreciate what you do on the channel. Whew, I just did some cardio. Yeah, you're right. I'm doing some shadow work. So, I appreciate all that you do for the channel. I appreciate someone that asks intrinsic questions to kind of get the thought provoking of people, to kind of see where their mindset's at. It's
Mhm.
very inspirational for a person like me, a young person that just goes around and asks people questions just to get perspective. So I appreciate all you do because it's done a lot for my journey.
Thank you, brother.
My question to the both of you is, what is both of you guys' personal perspectives of the positive and negatives that cannabis can provide on the spiritual journey, whether it be crucial ascension points or affecting the thought processing of how you learn in certain phases, or like just important grid line or energetic phases of the earth?
I'm trying to understand what the question.
Repeat it one more time, brother.
Repeat the question.
My apologies. My question was, could I get you guys' perspectives of the positives and negatives that cannabis could provide on a spiritual journey?
Oh,
When you're trying
cannabis.
to,
Cannabis.
yes.
Oh, okay. I didn't hear cannabis.
Oh, my
Um,
apologies.
well, if you're dealing with psychotropics, you're dealing with tapping into artificial means to get to a natural source. We've done it before, only after we've fallen. Usually, when you're dealing with tools, especially when you want to access the spirit world, when you have to deal with tools, it's because a lot of the spiritual organs within us became atrophied during the so-called fall of man. The fall of man is out of that equilibrium where we were etheric bodies and we were tapped into the one and could do spontaneous creation and so forth. But what we're looking at today is this particular suit, this avatar, has within it records of our past spiritual and really superhuman achievements. But because we eat a certain way, because we are into pollution, and because certain things have happened to us, we have to now take on tools in order for us to activate those parts of us that we just use thought to activate. Now we need the cannabis, we need the ayahuasca, we need all these other things that we use to communicate with.
Mhm.
Just think about it. Remember in your Bible, for instance, everything was created before man. There's no such thing as something that exists out of nothing. So the reason why what happened was when we began to descend into matter, we needed certain things in order to operate within that context. Parts of our minds began to fragment and to create certain things representative of our minds, which is why cannabis interacts so well with our pineal and with certain parts of our brain. It's because we created those, or in the condensation process, there are things that were expressed in lieu of and in line with those particular thoughts and those particular spiritual expressions. So the lion became the kind of courage or the kind of majesty. The elephant became the kind of, so everything essentially is an expression of our own creational emotions. And everything we're seeing around us is a reflection of what it is that was placed so called in the garden or the Gan Hedan, because it's not, wasn't a garden. Garden is a euphemism for it. If you look at the Hebrew Gan Hadan, you'll understand what I'm talking about. So yeah, if you're using it, the recreational part of it blanks you out. It's an escape.
Mm.
If you're using it to achieve something, then its purpose has a greater result than just you just saying, okay, yo, let's kick back and smoke some trees. That's not it. We're not using it properly. We're not using the ayahuasca properly, the peyote properly. We're not using the mescalito properly. We're escaping from what it is it was supposed to be meant to do, and that is to trick us back into that place of peace, that place of harmony that gives us the joy, that allows our hearts uh, to to engender what the soul was supposed to accomplish. So I would say be very circumspect when you use the cannabis and use it for a purpose and not just to escape.
Indeed. Thanks for the question, Sean.
Of course, of course. Thank you guys. Thank you guys.
Brother. All right. Let's get to the next caller. Dream JB. What's going on? Peace.
Hey, how are you? Can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Uh, Brother Rich, I just want to say those seven sacred prayers have changed my life.
Oh,
And I just
wonderful.
thank you for using your God power and being open and available. And I say I allow every day. And
Oh,
I
excellent.
appreciate you, brother. And that just
Thank
put
you.
me on a whole nother level. And Dr. Phil Valentine, I mean, and people who ain't got the set, like, buy it. Buy the God Power now. I'm telling you, do not hesitate and don't blink on it. And Dr. Phil Valentine, I mean, I've been watching since you was talking about Malcolm X and Obama. Okay,
Mhm.
like that, is,
That's
and
gonna come
I
out
hope
soon. It's gonna come out soon.
that's what I'm
Get
talking
ready.
about. I'm ready, and so I appreciate you so much, Baba, and you are a huge part of my life and me growing my mind. And my question is that I've always meditated, but I've been super focused on trying to quiet those things in my mind that are distracting me. And I think I remember you saying that there was certain things that like it'll be there, but how do you make it quiet? And so specifically for me, I wanted to ask, what are some things I can do to quiet those things as I'm meditating and trying to focus?
Mhm,
Well, it's a great question. We
mhm,
teach this in our university, by the way, for
mhm,
those of you who wish to join our university. What happens is you are resisting because you're paying attention to the catalog that you've created called memory. There are memories of certain things, even the most superficial things are clocked into your memory because they have an effect on the brain in such a way as to say, okay, this experience is superficial, so I'll put it in the superficial pile. This
Hmm.
has real meaning right now, so I'm gonna put it in the
right.
real meaning pile. So what has happened now is when you're trying to still that, thoughts are things. They are alive. They are breathing, living, radiating, throbbing things. And they seek a fulfillment based upon the emotion that was put into them or the thoughts of I would say feelings and desires.
Hmm.
All of them are there, and what happens when those thoughts that have the greatest impact based on the greatest impact of experiences, they tend to come up and want to nurse from your attention.
I
Your
see.
attention become the breast that they want to nurture from. So they'll come up in your mind as soon as you say, okay, all right, the children are asleep. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to sit back and have my day. All of a sudden, you start hearing, nah, man, man, and you're in this place, you're saying, is the stove off? Or, no, did I pay the bill? And what's happening
Exactly.
is that these thoughts that actually occupy your conscious state are so embedded and so have become such an addiction that you have this unconscious need to actually have thoughts to chew on because no thoughts means that you're not alive because you've become inebriated by so much thinking that you feel you can't do without it and you need those thoughts to say, well, I must be alive. If I'm not thinking about something, something is wrong with me. So what
Hmm.
happens? What you do is when you go into the meditative state, you let everything yell and scream, but you don't pay attention to them. In other
Okay.
words, you don't give the attention to the thing you think is important to think about. Like, what is the most potent thing in your mind right now? What is the thing that's worrying you the most? Write that
Mm,
down. What's the most thing that you said is the most important thing that you feel it will affect you? Write that down. Am I having a disease? Write that down. I don't feel good with my headaches. Write these things down. Before
okay.
you go into meditation, these things will become conscious things, not unconscious things coming into your mind to bother you because you're
Okay.
looking at them now. They're real for you. Okay, I have this thing, this problem that's been bugging me, and this problem that's bugging me is doing A, B, and a third to me. I'm looking at it and I'm saying, you know what? I know what that is, and I know what it's not going to be in this moment. And you're looking at all the things that are not, and then all of a sudden, once you know them and you articulate them, you go into this space and then they rush in and they're like crickets. You ever been at night and you hear crickets, you don't know where they really are?
Absolutely.
That's it. So when those thoughts come, just sit back and watch them. What you are doing now is you're becoming more married and more intimate with what we call the observer, because the
Mm,
observer is the only thing there is. We
mm.
allow our thoughts to circumvent what the neutral observer essentially is what it's doing. So we think that, let me just not rant on because I want to do this. Here, sister.
Okay.
When you're thinking a thought and it comes in your mind and you can
Yes.
actually hear the music or hear the voice or see the thing, what is the thing that's seeing and hearing it?
You just blew my mind. Hold on one second.
There you go.
That's it.
See,
Okay.
you see that you're not really your thoughts. You've been made to believe you are your thoughts because you behave in accordance with those thoughts. You change your emotion, you act a certain way because they rule you. But the thing that's looking at those thoughts, that's you, not the thoughts that you're looking at. Okay? So when the time comes and you go into meditation, sister, know
Hmm.
that what you're looking at is not real. It's just a replay. And you can switch it off at any time by not paying attention to what's on the screen.
You just blew my mind, and I can't wait to get off here just to meditate. I'm looking forward to it this evening. Thank you
Invitation.
so much.
You're
I just put
welcome.
that in my toolbox. I
All
Mm.
cannot
right.
wait to exercise that. Thank you so much,
You're much
Brother
welcome.
Rich. I appreciate you, Dr. Phil Baba. Thank you so much.
All right.
Much
Take care,
welcome.
Dream.
Take care.
Peace.
All right. Peace. All right. Let's keep it moving. To C Master. C Master, what's good, brother? What's your question?
Peace and blessings, y'all.
Yes,
Thanks for
sir.
having me.
Yes.
Gratitude, gratitude.
Yes, sir.
Ah, one question. For those specially gifted individuals, at what point will we access full full access to those will we have full access to those abilities? In regards to like a time frame or a portal or a particular alignment.
Well, it depends on what your sensibility is. What is your receiver capability? What is your receiving capability?
Mhm.
How open are you to become aware and vigilant as to when that download happens? When is it that you feel that you are vulnerable, the most vulnerable? Because that's the time when the download comes. When you're in fighting mode, you're in a whole other mode right now. You're in active mode. Yeah.
Right.
But
No, I
when
get it.
you're vulnerable, that's the time when it's like, do I trust? And that's the big thing right now. It's very, very hard to trust anyone or anything today. And that's what they want. They want distrust. They want us to distrust each other. They want us to distrust the news, because every time it happens, they want you to believe it, and then after you believe it, what happens? It isn't true. So you're
Right.
addicted to this loop. So I feel that you have some deep, deep background. You have a deep spiritual background. I could sense that.
Ashe.
Yeah, that it may have gone through ancient Kemet via the Israelite, Hebrew Israelite energy. I'm not sure, but I'm
Very
saying,
similar.
yeah, I'm not sure, but I'm just saying to you that the fighting mode. prevents. One is in fighting mode. That means you're in fight or flight defensive mode. But when you are ready to receive, you cannot be in that frame of mind. You cannot be in the sense of anxiety that takes over the part that actually receives that download. You have to be in a Ma'atian state of mind where you're not worried about anything or anyone. And when you become to that state of calm and you're not giving anything else importance over that, then you'll receive, brother. True that.
Copy.
All
Got
right.
it. Got it.
Th-
I've
th-
I've I've I've, I've figured it out a little bit, somewhat.
Thank you,
Thanks, brother
thank you
Rich.
for the question, brother. All
Peace.
right, peace, brother. All right, all right. Great question so far tonight, family. Once again, I'm live with Dr. Phil Valentine. We're doing a Q&A with the people. If you want to ask your question, the link is pinned at the top of the chat. Uh,
Can I take a minute to send you my wife's
indeed.
yeah, hang on a second. You could shut off my. I could shut off my screen, right? It's
Yeah.
should I cut off my? Yeah, let me. Where's my screen? Stop cam for a second. All
Okay.
right. Sorry about this, Pam. Let me just do this for brother Rich.
All right. All right. While Doc gets that together, shout out to everybody listening. Doc's about to get something to show us real quick. Shout out to everybody in the back waiting. We got about 2,900 people on here. What's going on with y'all? We had some good questions so far today. Some real
Yeah.
good questions. And shout out to everybody who called in up to this point. And yeah, I'm learning a lot. The last question, well, the question about the meditation and the thoughts, Phil said some things that I needed to hear. That question about anxiety was powerful. I mean, it's just all a lot of thought provoking questions tonight. So I know y'all enjoying it. And yeah, we're gonna just keep it moving. Shout out to the sister who benefited from the seven sacred prayers. Make sure y'all get the workshop. Virtual workshop is going out October 27th with Dr. B. Serious and Billy Carson. Blueprint for God Power 2. I'm going to have Billy Carson on Friday, matter of fact. He will be back Friday, but make sure you get your ticket if you haven't gotten your ticket. As you can see from that sister, people are benefiting immensely just from the bonus content. And we didn't even get to the main thing yet. Just from the bonus content, people are benefiting immensely. So, yeah, I'm glad that was the whole purpose. That was my mission, and I'm glad mission accomplished. Happy for that.
Okay.
Yeah, go ahead, Doc.
Yeah. There is a what we call a pre. This is for the people who wish to put their names in. The name of it is New Life from Near Death, and let me just send that over to you right now. And the I'm sorry, hold on. The cover is in the yeah, the cover is in there. Yeah, there it is. Okay, you have it. Let me get back to you.
You emailed it to me?
Yes, I emailed it.
Okay,
I
okay.
don't know. I don't know how to do it any other way.
Yeah, I'm gonna get it now. I'm gonna get it now. I see. Yeah. Oh, this is a beautiful cover. Oh man, yeah, I like this, Doc.
Yeah, I designed it.
Yeah, that's nice. Oh, this is nice. Yeah, this is gonna be a good one, y'all. Hold up.
You you have no idea, boy. That book is
Let
a page turner.
Let me just share the screen real quick.
Hmm.
Yeah, y'all see that there? Wait, let me hold up. New life. Okay, I'll let you read it, Doc. I'm sorry.
Yeah, New Life from Near Death: How to Prepare Your Life and Health for the Unexpected. Remember, just to give you a preliminary, Dr. Lalani passed away temporarily in my arms, and just to give you the whole scenario. I don't want to give you too much of it, but with what she was afflicted, nobody knew. They had to send away to different research labs to find out what was really wrong. And because of her life and the way she lived her life, the doctor said she would not have survived had she not lived the way she lived.
Wow.
And what happened was she went through. I don't want to give you the whole thing, but it is. I mean, it's a page turner. I'll tell you. Even I was really moved by it. My wife can write her behind off, and so she weathered the storm, took the most volatile methods against my wishes. She did it, and that's why you saw me had cut my hair off. We went bald together, the whole 9 yards. And because of what she did before that, they said that this thing triggered came directly off of. It was hidden in her DNA, and it was not something that they found before earlier. This was something that just popped out of nowhere. Even the doctors, even I was surprised. So when I revived her and called her back, and she fought, and I'll tell you, you ain't gonna read another page turner like this. And the people who are going to be doing her publishing said that they're gonna put her on the New York Times bestseller list. But we want to do our own work first to get the people to know her journey and what she did, what she learned. So got put together. Well, the people who are working on the book took my idea, and I just took it to the next stage and interfaced her into that. And there you have the cover.
Mm. Wow. Can't wait to have Dr. Nalani on the show, family. Prepare so they could get on a list, you said.
Yeah, there is a link there I sent with you.